All right, guys, we are back at it again for some more of whatever the heck is going on. I mean, right now, Emma Frost came out, right? And it's a Karen. They turned Emma Frost into a Karen. I mean, come on. It's Emma frickin' Frost, but here we are. Anyway, Endymion is talking about it, and we've got some wokies who are upset that she has attractive features. So let's get into it.
Is just around the corner, and with it comes plenty of new content I'm sure you're likely already aware of yourself. Tons of new skins, some available in-game, most only available if you pay a premium price, and the first character that is coming is none other than the X-Men Emma Frost. Look, I love Emma Frost. I think she's so cool. She's always been this sexy fashion icon who knows that she's beautiful and flaunts it all the time. However, there are those out here who are like always very angry that Emma Frost is maybe even too sexy for rivals. Looking at Emma Frost, you can tell that she has all the right assets in the right places. NetEase clearly knows what they're doing when it comes to character designs with this game. It's very obvious that they're starting Season 2 strong by giving players and gooners what they want with Emma being in it. Look, I'm just happy that she's—
Man, I hate these modern day terms, dude. It's just, you're a straight man and you're attracted to attractive women. I mean, like, that's all it is. And that's all it ever used to be. And nowadays we have to act like it's a pejorative to be attracted to women. I mean, this shows how far gone America is. The fact that you're sitting around and you're coming up with new names for straight men to make them pejorative. It's just retarded. I mean, like, it's either because, and I think it's all of these, but it's either because people are so ugly nowadays that they cannot take it when a video game character is more attractive than they are. And, you know, people have gotten uglier. That is a problem. So either it's that people have gotten so ugly that attractiveness is now becoming a disease to them, a deep offense as well, or, I mean, that's pretty much it. Yeah. I mean, that's really what sells me on it. I mean, there's other things that you could say it is, but right. I mean, again, or they just want you to accept that people are ugly or that people should be ugly and whatnot. Or they themselves cannot handle the fact that there are women more attractive than themselves. You know, it's just very simple what it comes down to and what it is. But you have a lot of these people, they're unhinged and they just cannot take it when there are attractive people on screen, especially when there's attractive women. And, you know, and another thing on top of all this is that they hate to see men, straight men, be attracted to anything that is a traditional woman, a conventional woman. Anything that resembles what a woman ought to look like, what a woman has always looked like throughout most of history. And also it is an attack on Eurocentrism, you know, Euro beauty standards, the fact that white women are just more attractive than the other races of women. And obviously we want to see more and more of the most attractive race of women and also the most attractive features of the most attractive race of women. So then they're also incredibly upset, incredibly deeply insulted, offended when a more attractive race of women with more attractive features is ever displayed, and that we need to actually instead be looking at obese black land whales or obese Hispanic land whales or just some kind of Indian woman, whatever, that looks like a man. Whatever it comes down to, we need to be looking at instead the minorities. We should not be looking at white women who are attractive. And they, of course, they curve it off by making Emma Frost a Karen, which is just, it's retarded that they did that. Emma Frost should look like Emma frickin' Frost. But, you know, regardless of the fact, I mean, regardless of how they changed the way that she looks, of course, the wokies are just going to be upset because she doesn't look like a minority. She looks too attractive. She is the most desirable race of woman that exists. So all the boxes are checked off. She must be burnt.
She's a Vanguard myself because we need more cool Vanguards and strategists in the game pronto. And I think the more variety that NetEase brings to the meta from these two groups specifically, the better this game will become in the future. And just looking at Emma Frost's kit, she's likely going to be absolutely insane, and you can bet your sweet butt cheeks that I will be playing as her since I mostly main Vanguards anyways. But of course, people are complaining again. The reason? Emma Frost is too hot. She's too sexy, too revealing. Why does NetEase not respect women?
Yeah, to respect women is to not is to not show their skin and to not. I mean, she should be more revealing. Her skin is as revealing as I want her to be. You know, we're seeing a lot of her freaking breasts. I love it, but you know, but like this baseline skin that we're getting here, the base character model. I mean, it's not sexy enough, and they're still upset and they're still seething about it. And it's just unbelievable. And it's like you don't respect women, and it's like, you know. This is the thing for feminists. Go end your existence. Go end your life. Yes. Go do it. Jeez, like no one cares what you actually think. You are insignificant. You do not matter. You do not matter. Jeez Louise, man. These people. I mean, seriously. I have seriously had it with them. Again, like, so you do not want men to look at attractive women. Yeah, there's something wrong with you. I mean, seriously, go bone yourself. Literally, go bone. Again, as I said, it's either women so unattractive they cannot bear the reality that there are more attractive women than themselves, or has to do with the fact that she's a white woman, most desirable race of woman, and she has the most desirable features as a white woman. Except for the short hair and looking like a Karen, but that's it. And it also comes down to the fact that she's not a minority, and they really want her to be a minority, and they really want the most attractive characters in the game to probably just be blacks. Let's just face it. Because these people never actually really complain when it's a minority. They don't like white people. That's what it comes down to. They don't like white people. And that's the problem. Well, if you don't like white people, go back to India. If you don't like white people, go back to Iran or whatever the frick. If you don't like white people, go back to your crappy little frickin' melanated country. But they don't. They always run away to frickin' white countries, and then they have to beat you over the head with the fact that you're not melanated and you're better than them.
Blah, blah, blah. You know how it is. PC Games had their article. Marvel Rivals needs to go to horny jail for this not safe for work.
Horny jail. Oh, I'm sorry. And then, so it's all those things I just said. And then also, it's just a simple fact. If you're just a straight, okay, so right, it's like, it's women that can't handle a woman being more attractive than themselves. Oh, look at this homosexual. It published by this freaking clown. Yeah, makes sense. Checks out. Yeah, I'm sure he's transitioning in the next couple of weeks. He's going to be turning into a woman before we know it. I mean, his name's already primed for it. Jamie. All right. Yeah. See you later, Jamie, when you put on fake breasts. Anyway, golly, these people are freaking pathetic. So, right, it's women that cannot handle any woman being more attractive than themselves. It's minorities who cannot handle a white woman. It is, then it's just the fact that she's the most desirable race, has the most desirable features, and that just pisses off everybody. It's like, how dare she just be better than everybody else? Aryan race, what's up? My boy Hitler, how's it going? Anyways, my boy Hiddles. I'm sorry. That's, I named the wrong person. Whoops, big whoops. Anyway, but then on top of that, it could also just be gays, and they want straight men to suffer and look at women that look like men so that men just resolve to be homosexuals instead. Or, and then this is ultimately what also can very well come down to, is just the fact that men being attracted to women is just wrong and evil. It has everything to do with homosexuality, has everything to do with feminism. Just men attracted to desirable women. Bad. And you should be hanged. How dare you find a desirable woman desirable? And how dare there be desirable women? Every woman should look like a man. Every woman should look hideous and disgusting. Every woman should be obese. Every woman should be a Karen too, by the way. How dare you be a straight male? How dare you? How dare you? How dare? Wow. A part of my back is bleeding, by the way. Anyways, moving on. It's nothing. Anyway. So, I mean, like, and that's really what it comes down to, though, is that there's something wrong with men being straight. There's something wrong with men desiring women. There's something wrong with all of it. So we have to come up with these new names for straight men. You're not just straight. Remember this, and I'm going to be on, there's a lot of things to criticize with a lot of generations of people because there's certain mental diseases that take place. Like millennials, they are painful centrists. They're painful libertarians. They stand for nothing, believe in nothing. They're complete effing cocks. However, and they're also egalitarians. Okay, this is difficult to say. It's kind of, well, it's not really. It's annoying to say it this way. But okay, let's just say it. Millennials capture a certain layer, a certain extent of retardation that possessed the baby boomers, where they have not grown up since the civil rights era. Or grown up, air quotes, or just, they haven't moved on. Nobody cares about the blacks. Let's just freaking face it. Everybody's annoyed by them. They're freaking annoying. They're a freaking, oh my God, they're a freaking nuisance. Jeez, at least we always had to care about McQueens and McCangs and all this freaking crap. No one cares. It has gotten old. And that's just a start of it. There's so much to it. I'm just leaving it there, all right? It's annoying. It's freaking annoying. Blacks and their whole thing about being black and like, oh, what a big deal, we're black. Okay, we get it, bro. We freaking get it. It's annoying. But this is the issue with a lot of millennials is that they have not moved on from the social propaganda that was Martin Luther King Jr., that was the Black Panthers, that was the civil rights era. They have not moved on from that propaganda. They've been fully possessed by it, like feminism, and they can't move on from it. They cannot move on from it. So, they sit around all day getting upset for the sake of a black man, and oh my gosh, I have to constantly pander to black people, blah, blah, blah. It's annoying. Go end yourself. But, so anyways, right? There's all kinds of problems with different generations, and they have their things that makes them annoying. However, I will say this. With all of that, oh God, man, these people are so retarded. But then we just move on from that. The one thing that the millennials got right was that they were just conventionally straight dudes for a time. They're cocks, and nowadays they're cocks, okay? They transitioned out of being just traditional dudes. They were like, I like beer, boobs, and something else. I don't know. Warhammer figurines or something, I guess. Whatever. Okay, they used to be just conventional guys. Oh, okay, how about this? Just beer, boobs, and freaking slurs, okay? That's what they used to be. That's what millennial dudes used to be, and maybe a portion of the baby boomers, okay? That's what they used to be more like traditional men, okay? But then something happened, they all became cocks, and they were all libertarians, and they were all convinced that, oh, you have your beliefs, and I have my beliefs, it's not a big deal. No, you're a freaking cock, go end yourself. Jeez Louise. And then the Zoomers, I don't know what happened to them. I don't know what's going on with them either. I can't really tell. 1 second they're cocks, 1 second they're on top of the world and they feel like they're alpha males. The next second, I don't know. The jury is still out on Zoomers. We don't know what the frick they're about, but there's a lot of them that are gay. There's a lot of them that are freaking liberals. I don't know though, but there's plenty of millennials who are liberals and they act like that they're libertarians. No, you're just a retard. So, we'll see what happens. I'm still waiting for misogynist, racist generation again. I need the KKK generation to arise. Gen Alpha, awaken. Awaken, Gen Alpha. Unlock your inner power. You mutts. You're all race mixed anyways. Awaken the white gene. Oh gosh. Oh, geez. Okay. Well, anyways. Anyway, nowadays, though, we have to come up with these terms for straight men. You know, we say that you're, it's always ooner this, oomer that, it's ooner this, oomer that. It's just always new words that starts with something and ends with or ner or mer, whatever. Okay, I don't care about these terms. I hate these terms. I don't subscribe to them. All right, you're either a dude that likes freaking women, you like breasts, and you like women and their butts. Okay, you either like all that stuff and also their waistline when they're not fat. You either like women, conventional women, or you're gay. It's just that simple. You either like chicks that look like dudes, or you like dudes. Or you like dogs. It's one or the other of the three. Or maybe you're extra degenerate and you like cats, okay? You freaking piece of filth. Moving on. So, we've gotten to a point, though, where freaking retards like this say, honey jail, honey, oh my, this is not safe for work. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, dude, the freaking virtue signaling. It's not safe for work. All right, you freaking Redditor, go take your freaking Vaseline and drink it down your freaking throat. You piece of filth, take the bleach and do it in. Dear God, these people. Freaking Redditors are the lowest life form that exists. Right next to them are Quora freaking users. Because all it is, those platforms are just freaking liberal hive minds where you have to agree with everyone about how you're being programmed. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I offend somebody? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Is my karma going down? Oh, just do yourself in. Do yourself in. I'm sorry, did you say that there's a difference between men and women? That's misogynist. You should die. I'm sorry, did you say that whites and blacks are not the same? That's racist. You should die. End yourself. Join the 41%. Just do it. Just do it, Redditor. I wish that their propaganda was more effective. There are days where I wish it was more effective. I wish that they all sat there and they were all taking their freaking hormone blockers. Oh my God. Just take your freaking blockers. Do it in. Just do it. Just do it. Oh my God. I'm sitting here and I'm begging to the sky. Just do it. Oh my God. There's too many of you still left, still surviving. You were all supposed to go and go 41%. You were all supposed to join it, and you didn't. Stop being a freaking cuck and go the full way. You're a freaking Democrat. You believe that there's no freaking thing as gender. Go do it. 41%, go do it now. Dear God. And bleach your skin too while you're at it. Frick. Dear God. These people. So anyways, I've got a lot of things to say about Redditors, and also Quora users. Although, however, Quora is a whole other problem. Really, it's the bleaching part that actually matters more for Quora because it's just filled with freaking Indians giving you tech support on philosophical questions. What is the deeper meaning to life? Hello, sir. Have you considered unplugging your router and plugging it back in again? Dear God. Dear God, man. Globalism was a freaking mistake. It was a freaking mistake. We're bringing on these people who are not freaking English. They're not freaking American. And they're bringing their freaking third world way of thinking to these freaking forums. And then we have to freaking abide by it, apparently. We have to freaking tolerate them. Jeez, we're all sick and tired of it. Everyone's sick and nobody likes this. Nobody. It's tiring. Jeez Louise. I mean, at this point, we just need an island that has no Indians on it. Seriously. I mean, apparently, we're just going to screw over everything that's American. Yeah, so anyways, Quora and also Reddit are complete hellholes. and I freaking hate them. I hate both of those sites. And I specifically hate Redditors more than anything. But I don't like Korra Indians either. Go back to your country.
Frost skin. PC Games doesn't attack Emma Frost or Marvel Rivals.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. So anyway, the whole thing. So yeah, Marvel Rivals needs to go to horny jail for this not safe for work Emma Frost skin. You need to go to a horny jail? Okay, for one, you're either gay, you're a minority, you're obese, you don't like it that white women are more desirable than the other races, and you also just can't handle the fact that Emma Frost is more attractive than the majority of women today. So you say stupid crap like this, horny jail. This is the thing that gays and freaking feminists say. These freaking people that fill all these categories, and also Indians, and minorities that are just melanated. Anyways, moving on. This is what they say. They say stupid crap like this, horny jail, like the freaking homosexuals they are. Oh, you're getting hard to Tifa? You find Tifa attractive in her large breasts and her thin waist? How dare you go to horny jail, bonk, bonk, bonk. Screw you and your bonk, you freaking whore. Homosexual whore. Screw you. Gee, this is such not derogatory. I mean, sure, it's derogatory. Why not? I mean, yeah, it's against men. Anyways, and men are the superior life form. How dare you be derogatory towards your superiors? Moving on. But this is demeaning language. This is demeaning tactics here. To put men beneath, well, for one, being normative, and also put men beneath homosexuals and feminists / women. That's all this is for. No, just because of this article, I'm going to go and find wherever that, an image of Emma Frost skin, and I'm going to jerk it. And I'm going to jerk it for 13 hours. You can't stop me. You homosexual demon. You have Moloch. You are worshiping Moloch. He's sitting in the corner of your freaking room, and when you beat off to freaking Chris Evans, because he's a homosexual, by the way. Screw that guy. Anyways, you're beating off to Chris Evans, you homosexual, and there's Moloch in the corner of your room, and you're giving direct eye contact as you're beating off. You are a demon worshiper. Meanwhile, I'm gonna be freaking jerking it, cranking it hard, the freaking Emma Frost and her new skin, cause screw you, homo. Screw you. Oh man. But seriously, go screw yourself. And yeah, we need more women like Emma Frost, not looking like Karens, but like the actual Emma Frost. But anyways, we do need Emma Frost in her breasts, and we need her freaking thighs, her thunder thighs. We need all of it. I am completely down bad. Jessica Alba called me. Oh dear God. Seriously though.
Needs to go to horny jail for this not safe for work Emma Frost skin. PC Games doesn't attack Emma Frost.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being a straight man and finding women attractive and, I don't know, getting a hard on and wanting to beat it off. I mean, okay, like, not exactly beat it off, but you know, specifically beat off inside of the woman. Love of God.
Or Marvel Rivals in this article. Instead, they smartfully praise netties for kind of just going down this route, which is a little surprising considering that this is a video games journalism website that we're talking about here. The crux of this article is not Emma's base skin, which is already very appealing, but one of her bonus skins that I assume will be only available via microtransactions. It's this
I'm
one
down
on screen
bad.
Here, as you can see, and this
I'm
outfit comes
super
from
down
Emma Frost
bad.
Uncanny X-Men
Holy
look
crap,
via
I'm down
microtransactions.
bad.
This one on screen here, as you can see, and this outfit comes from Emma Frost's Uncanny X-Men look. And
I am down bad. Alright, well, this is taking a while. Uh-oh. Okay, well, we're stuck. Beautiful, beautiful.
Has her showing off everything that she was blessed with little left.
Yeah, that's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. I'm sorry. I'm doing this for science at the moment, and I'm cranking it hard right now. You freaking dirty homosexual. I'm cranking it right now. I just took off my pants. Screw you, homo.
Look, and has her showing off everything.
This is the culture war. I'm out cranking the homosexuals. This is the culture war now. Which side can jerk off the most? Freaking fight me in Mortal Kombat, you homosexual. You can't outcrank me. I am indefatigable in my cranking skills. What's up? Oh, man. Man, I'm down bad, though. What's up? Jeez, Lee, I'm sorry. Just for science. Man, that waistline's great. Yeah, those are great handlebars. Good stuff. Yep. I love the little divot right there in the waistline. Just so you know that you don't have to pull down very hard just to get into the action. Nice. And then we've got stellar breasts right here. Every single breast just feels like a planetary body. I can live on every single individual breast. Amazing. She is made for me.
It's this one on screen here, as you can see.
No, Sue Storm. Okay. I mean, listen, I'm super down bad for the skin and Emma Frost's breasts, but outside of that, I mean, Sue Storm, though, she takes the freaking cake. I guess in more ways than one. And it was, I'm out cranking you freaking homosexuals. The culture war has begun, and you cannot, oh no, I can't go there. I can't go there. The smell will be euphoric. Oh god. All right. That is going downhill, bro. Oh my gosh. It's over. It's so over.
Everything that she was blessed with little left to the imagination.
It's over, man.
It's sort of
Holy
like how Sue
crap.
Storm got her malice skin before too when she debuted. These sorts of skins, they make money.
Hold on a minute. What's that?
Will be only available via microtransactions. It's this one on screen here, as you can see. And this outfit comes from Emma Frost's uncanny X-Men look and has her showing off everything that she was blessed with little left to the imagination. And thank God for that. It's sort of like how Sue Storm got her malice skin before.
Yeah, I mean, all you get to see though are her thighs and her butt cheeks, which I'm super down bad for, but we don't get to see her breasts. Which, if you want to know anything about me, I'm raging right now. Take away the midsection. I need to see the cleavage now.
When she debuted, these sorts of skins, they make
homosexuals.
Money. I'm not surprised at all that NetEase just keeps doing this, because they know that this skin will make them a lot of cash, and I mean, who can blame them? Although, if you compare her look in-game to the comic version of the same outfit, this Rivals version is actually pretty tame, all things considered, if you ask me.
I mean, it doesn't really look that different, but we need more. Maximize, more, enhance.
Sure, it has the iconic down the middle part of the top missing, which I have no idea how this sort of outfit would or could exist in real life without it just falling off to the sides, unless it was, I guess, super glued to Emma's.
Nah, stop it. It totally works. It completely works. Don't even question. It totally works in real life. And I'm going to have my wife dress up like this immediately.
Sides or something, but this is comic book, so who cares anyways? The point is that Emma's outfit looks great, and I, for one, am very excited to get my hands on her, and by that I mean in-game.
I mean, at this point, every single man's wife should just be a cosplayer. And if you're not a white Aryan woman, then figure it out. Bleach your skin, get the race change, it's going down. Become the Aryan princess that your husband deserves. So that for the social cause, so we can outcrank the homosexuals. We must outcrank the homosexuals. Every wife, her duty is become an Aryan princess.
I am not a gooner myself. Who are we kidding? We are all to some degree. There's no point in denying it. Look, Emma Frost is getting roasted by so-called fans because they claim
No. You're either homosexual or you're a straight man. It only comes down to that.
Is not being fair with her application of having what they call not safe for work outfits for their female characters against their male counterparts. And to that I call complete BS because it's just not true.
Who cares? Nobody wants to look at a dude. Nobody cares. And the dude's already jacked. That's all the women need. Oh wow, look, he's got muscles. Oh wow, he should totally freaking railroad me in the vajayjay. Okay, freight train going freaking 1,000 miles per hour. That's what they dream of, freaking Captain America and the Hulk. Okay, done. They got everything they need. And also this game was made for men. What the who cares? Women don't play games. Who cares? You homosexuals, enough. Just show the breasts. Just show it. That's all we need. Make freaking Emma Frost a bigger whore. What the frick?
And none of these outfits are bad, especially when you compare them. This then brings you to this user on Twitter named Nathan. I have no idea who this is, but the post they did about this got traction because their takes are, well, you're gonna see. I also couldn't reply to this user on Twitter because I'm apparently blocked, yet I've never even heard of or spoken to this person in my life. But such is the life of doing YouTube, I guess. Anyway, they said this. Okay, this is getting weird now. The over-sexualization.
Dang. That's pretty nice. Okay, this is just getting weird now. The over-sexualization of women in this game needs to stop. Okay, you homosexual. This is the culture war. We must outcrank the homos. We must go all the way. God, these people and their virtue signaling. You friggin' dirty, filthy homosexuals. No one cares who you are. No one cares what you think. Literally join your Redditor brothers and sisters. I'm sorry, sisters. Just join them and go 41%. Do it now. Take the blockers and do it now. Frick. These people are freaking pathetic. Yeah, it's getting weird. You know what's weird? Freaking ugly women in video games. You know what's weird? Homosexuality in video games. You know what's weird? The fact that I know you freaking homos are freaking filthy, demonic entities, and you would do it to a dog, and I know you would. I know you would, and so would the women. So would the women. You and by the way, oh, you don't want me to do it. Oh man, you don't want me to do it. Let's just say you like taking the cradle. Actually taking the cradle. You freaking piece of filth. I know you freaking homo. I know everything you're about. You like doing it to dogs, and you like the cradles. Go bone yourself. The ovens. The freaking ovens. My Aryan princess has an oven ready for you. Oh man. Oh, the cookies are ready. She's a great cook. She's a conventional woman, and I bone her over the stove as it's cooking the cookies. We're out cooking, and we're out cranking the homosexuals. What's up? Aryan princess, wife, tried wife, idyllic lifestyle, engaged. Oh my gosh. Oh, man. But I'm not joking. Yeah, no, there's no problem with any of this. Instead, I just got a raging stiff right now. So I'm glad that this is in the game. I'm glad that games are not being completely homosexual. Again, she looks like a Karen, and that's just retarded. But oh my God. So they may, just go the full way. Go the full way, Marvel Rivals. Just don't make her a freaking Karen. Just go the freaking whole way. Just long hair. Make her look like Emma Frost. Young, hot, sexy, all the whole thing. Love of God. They had to Karenize the face to make these freaking retards happy. Oh my gosh, this is problematic. You like boning dogs and you like cradles. Go bone yourself. I got ovens ready for you, you freaking piece of filth. Love of God. Love of God. We're outcranking you. The culture war has just begun.
Of women in this game needs to stop. As you might expect, this Nathan here ended up getting bodied and dogpiled by pretty much 95% of the comments in this thread. Don't harass Nathan.
It's not the only thing that's dogpiling him. Oh man. Oh dear God. Oh gosh. It's not the only thing dogpiling him. Oh no. Oh no.
Sure, he doesn't understand.
Oh man, it's rough out here. Frick.
In comic books are how costumes are meant to sell skins to make money, but let's tear apart everything this guy says anyways. One user replies to this Nathan and says, "Convinced some of y'all just found out who Emma Frost is yesterday," to which Nathan replies, "I'm a big Marvel fan. I'm aware of who she is. Marvel Comics has a history of over-sexualizing their female characters."
I'm a big Marvel fan. Oh my gosh. Please do the 41%. Just do it, bro. Come on, go the full way. Just complete. It's a cycle of life for you freaking freaks. Just go. Just stop commenting. Stop being on Reddit. I mean, be on Reddit for the propaganda and then 41%. But just do it. Go the full way. Just complete your freaking life cycle, you freaking piece of filth. Just do it now. Just do it.
And are choosing to continue that on
has a history of sexualizing their female characters. Yes. You know what traditional, conventional, you know what normative, normal men have done all throughout history? Over-sexualized women. Yeah, welcome to human history. Mankind. Man history. History was made by men. His story. Our story. Not you dirty homosexual that, oh, you like the kennels, you like the cradles, you piece of filth. You and your freaking feminist sisters, you're all into the freaking kennels. And the cradles, by the way, actually. It's weird because feminism also likes cradles. That's very strange. Now, if I was in high school, I would not be complaining. As long as she's attractive. But still, you still like the cradle. Feminist whores. And the kennels.
Not convincing anyone, buddy. If you're willing to complain that Rivals over-sexualizes its female heroes for profit, but somehow leaves the men alone, you're completely in the wrong here and you know it. Also, that other comment saying these people just heard of Emma Frost, that is absolutely true, dude. These people probably don't read comics. If they did, they would know that Emma Frost is known for flaunting her sexuality and literally any chance that she
Who cares, though? Who cares? Do not defend the position. Just tell them you're out-cranking them. Just tell them your achievements. I am out-cranking you, homosexual. I smell, and you don't. I smell like a man. I smell like a purified male. We are out-cranking you, you piece of filth.
Is a fashion diva as well as being an insanely powerful mutant with—
Just stop apologizing to them. Stop apologizing. No. You know what you look at this whole, okay, here we go. Thought experiment. I just paused the video. Are you ready for something? Are you ready for this? I just paused the video. Watch this. Where do you think the eyes of a homosexual are going? Where do you think the eyes of a homosexual are going? In this paused screen right here. Where do you think it's going? Oh, wow. Look at all of those projectiles. It looks like they're not very accurate. I wonder if she's going to hit her target. Oh, I guess there's Loki. Oh, I wonder what's going on down there. Oh, anyways, I really hope that she hits her target. You know what a freaking straight alpha, Aryan, Chad, and chiseled male. You know what he's looking at right now? This very moment. A purified smelling male. You know what he's looking at right now? I'm looking right down here. What's up, Tandy? How's it going? Tandy? You're looking good right now. You're looking, and you know where else a Chad and chiseled male is looking? I'm really wondering about this right now. I can barely see it, and I'm still wondering about it. How's it going, Tandy? How's it going? I'm looking right here, and I'm looking right here. I don't give a crap about those projectiles, because alpha males, we never miss. We never miss. Especially on the back shots. What's up, Tandy? Call me. And then also we might be looking right here as well, but nah. I'm looking at Tandy, because Aryan woman right here. Aryan woman, the perfect woman right here. My Aryan princess, one of them. Yeah, and that's right. I'm gonna bleach you and take you away from the black man.
With really cool, unique powers. Emma Frost has always dressed scantily clad and has had many—
Dang. Yeah, it checks out. It really checks out. Now, if I were a homosexual, okay, thought experiment once again. Where do you think a homosexual's looking? Where do you think a homosexual's looking right now? Where do you think a homosexual's looking? Just a wild guess. We have our Aryan princess, full display on screen. Beautiful woman. Where do you think a filthy, dirty homosexual's looking? For one, he's looking at this right here. He's looking at the Aryan princesses. You know, if you just listen, if you just reconfigured this would look like a proper symbol. Just take out some of these corners. And you would have the proper symbol that we're looking for. Anyways, moving on from that. The sign of peace is what we're talking about here. Moving on. Anyways. And we need a little bit more of a jag. And these little these lines here, just a little bit of a jag, you know? Just gotta show our style. Anyways. Where's the filthy homosexual looking? For one, he hates her lipstick. Oh, that's a little extra. Oh my gosh. He hates the freaking makeup, that dirty, filthy, kennel hunting homosexual, you freaking cradle hunter. Then he's looking at the freaking hairstyles and he's like, oh my gosh, there's something problematic about his hairstyle. I bet straight men are totally down bad for that. There's something wrong with that. And then they're looking at this and they're like, she looks like a whore with this straight hair. That's what the homosexual's doing right now. And then that homosexual's like, I should be wearing that choker, not her. All right, so that's what a homosexual, dirty, filthy homosexual would be doing. You know what a straight, white, Aryan male is doing right now? You know what the Chad and Chisel are doing right now? Dang, if I could break that apart, I would. And then there's very little work left to be done here. So anyways, this is it. What? There's a woman. There's all I see are these. All I see is right here. This is the only place I can look. I have no idea what else is going on in this freaking image. Completely confused. No idea what's happening here. All I see is blonde hair. I think that there's blue eyes. I don't even know because I just immediately, I'm just looking right here. Right in this area, right here. Just right here. I'm just looking at this. And I'm just imagining destroying that corset. There we go.
Any different outfits in the comics, because anyone who knows any hot women in real life, women who are objectively hot and have banging bodies, they like to flaunt this stuff. Because for women especially, their power and charisma, I guess you could say, it comes from how they look and how they...
That's misogynistic. You must stop. You must stop. No. Women are strong just like men. Women are just as intelligent as men. Women can own in the workplace just like men, even though they suck at everything they do. They're not very strong, and they're also not intelligent. By the way, I love stupid women, especially Aryan princesses.
Carry themselves. And hey, you can get mad at me all you want, say I'm sexist, but you know that it's true. The only women who will find what I just said offensive are the ugly ones who are just jealous that they too can't flaunt themselves like these baddies can.
Yes, exactly. They're upset that they're not attractive.
In their looks, for the most part anyways, women routinely also judge others' looks all the time.
Yes, they do.
No need to deny it. You know that it's true. And look, I'm not...
And so do homosexuals. Dirty, filthy, kennel, and cradle hunting homosexuals.
Women for that. It just is what it is. It's why the age-old saying of nobody hates women more than women always stays true. Because no one is really more vindicative or condescending or judgmental of a woman's appearance.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. And the fact that women want other women to look like men. Again, you hate women. You hate women. Because you don't like it when they look like women. You like it when they look like dudes.
Is true, because no one is really more vindicative or condescending or judgmental of a woman's appearance than other females. How many women do you know in real life that have had multiple best friends, almost like their close friend group is less like a real connection between them, and it just feels more like a rotating roster of units, like they're deciding who to put on their Fire Emblem squad? Look guys, I worked in restaurants and I've worked in other places too with a lot of women for a long time before I started YouTube. I have seen women and how a lot of them treat each other. The backstabbing, the nasty comments, folding cutlery while they casually say, ew, that girl is not dressed for her body type, or that girl's bangs are awful, or her makeup is gross, and her lashes look bad, she needs to lose some weight, how did she get them? It goes on and on. And I usually would just kind of listen and stay stoic while saying in my brain to myself, damn, these women be crazy for real. So when I say that women...
For real, brother, she man, these hoes, oh no. These hoes be wild and for real, for real.
Can flaunt their stuff, do it because they know it will not only get the men's mouths watering, but also cause the other females in the room to get jealous or angry. I mean, Emma Frost is the comic book encapsulation.
Women do not like competition. They don't like it. And there's so many women, they get triggered. Sydney Sweeney recently did a advertisement or something for like a bra and underwear. It's pink. You can go seek it out. Anyway, looks great. The bra and underwear, they look great. I'm just thinking about purchasing it. Specifically her. I've got 15 goats ready for this marriage. Anyways, yeah, she's got enormous breasts. Yeah. Okay, and here's the thing, by the way, she is totally overrated, Sydney Sweeney. I don't give a crap. She's still a white woman. What's up? Call me. But anyways, yeah, her breasts in that freaking advertisement looked absolutely amazing. Jeez Louise. Absolutely amazing. And then there were women like, oh my gosh, girl, that's a little much. Oh my gosh, girl, dress up a little bit. Oh my gosh, you're practically naked, girl. Oh my gosh. Me? Again, where are the feminists and where are the homosexuals looking? They're just looking at the bra and they're like, oh my gosh, there needs to be more clothing. You know what I'm looking at? I'm looking at that cleavage and I'm imagining what could be. I'm imagining paradise. That's what I'm imagining, like an alpha male. Straight chat and chiseled alpha male. And she looked amazing. Anyways. And I outcranked the feminists and the homosexuals. I outcranked right after. The culture war begins and it continues. Every time I see a Sydney Sweeney commercial, it's time to outcrank the homosexuals. I must contribute to the culture war.
Women be crazy for real. So when I say that women who can flaunt their stuff do it because they know it will not only get the men's mouths watering, but also cause the other females...
Oh, no. That's not where I'm watering. No way.
to get jealous or angry, I mean it. And Emma Frost is the comic book encapsulation of this very idea. She's a beautiful, smoking hot blonde with everything in all the right places. It just is what it is. I would actually find it an issue if Rivals didn't give Emma for, her more revealing outfits. Because then I'd start wondering if activism had infiltrated Nettie somehow, but then I remember that they're a Chinese company. And that they also have laws in China that doesn't allow them to showcase women as masculine, so yeah, that's definitely why Emma Frost looks...
Yo, where's our law for that? Can we also have a law against homosexuality as well? Can we do that? Can we remove gay marriage and the whole thing and just outlaw homosexuality? Can we go there?
How she does in this game. One user would say in that same thread, by the way, Rivals only fans learning about Emma Frost for the first time is killing me. She always looks like this. Then the guy who started this whole stupid gotcha would reply, I understand.
No. Women who are hot should always look like this.
This is in her character, and I'm not saying they haven't overtly sexualized her in the comics either. That's a whole other issue. The point is the imbalance. What are you
Who gives a crap, you homo? You freaking kennel hunter.
Dude. This other user then replies, who's appropriately named Touching Grass, and says, because no one wants to see half-naked dudes, but everyone loves beautiful...
Yes! There we go! There we freaking go! Some freaking dude that knows what's up. This is an alpha male. This is a chat and chiseled alpha male. Right here. He knows what's freaking up. He's not hunting freaking kennels. He's hunting freaking breast lines. That's what's up. What's up? Freaking O/. What's up, my fellow brother? O/. That's what's up. That's what's up. Standing up for the breast line of our Aryan princess. What's up? That's what's up, man. Standing up for the breast line. O/.
Women,
oh, freaking / Yeah, no one wants to see half-naked dudes, but everyone loves beautiful women. Even gay guys think they are hot. Well, except for this guy, but I mean, yeah. I don't know if gay guys think they're hot. I don't know what the frick is going on with the gays, and I don't want to know. I don't want to know. But you know what? I like the gaslighting. You know what? Gays love sexy females too.
Guys think they are hot. I hope this helps. First of all, based, and also, they're right. Look, I don't mind.
Something... sometimes I think to myself, because there is one thing about gay dudes is that they find excuses to touch women. I wonder if I should just... I need to start passing off as gay. Oh my gosh, girl, let me help you with your bra. Oh, I'm so sorry. It seems like it's going loose. Oh no, frick. Oh no, I slipped inside of you. How did that happen?
Mind if games want to put half-naked dudes in there too, because I know there's an audience for that as well, and I got no issue with that whatsoever. But the point here is that if we're going to be okay with sexualizing men in games or media, it needs to go both ways.
Do not sexualize men. Enough. Do not be a freaking homosexual, a filthy homosexual, a kennel hunting, cradle hunting freaking homosexual, and Demion. Don't you do it. Don't you freaking do it. Don't you join them, man. You freaking hold the line. This is the culture war, and we are going to outcrank the homos until we have absolute domination, and we now smell like purification.
Why is it okay to put absolutely ripped out of their mind dudes on the covers of games or as skins and say Rivals, but it's not okay for women to look hot and fit? I'm currently playing the first Berserker Kazan, and the cover of that game, the guy literally has his everything out. His abs are just shooting out of his body like they're trying to escape him. And nobody has an issue with the cover of that game either, because we understand that people...
I mean, yeah, it's kind of low-key gay, but... Yeah, no one's upset about that. It's low-key gay, but it's also just a dude. It's one of those things. This is the problem with homosexuals, is that they just literally ruin everything. They ruin everything. You know, a dude just being shirtless and being jacked. I mean, it's just a dude. But it's like, oh, we gotta be thirsting for that? Because homosexuals are filthy. That's why. We have to be thirsting for some freaking dude that's just chat and chiseled. No, he's just a guy. Him being shirtless, well, in some part it makes sense. In other part, I mean, and he's also just a cool dude. He's a warrior male, an alpha male. But then here we are, the freaking homos. You know, homos, they have to ruin, like, for instance, brotherly bonds between men. So if you have any intimacy with another guy, it's not that you regard each other as brothers. Because if you're not a dirty, filthy homosexual, you know what a brotherly relationship looks like with another guy. But like nowadays, we have to look at men touching each other at all is homosexual. So you can't have genuine, intimate relationships, brotherly relationships, a familial sort of relationship with other dudes without it now having to be contorted as gay by the freaking homosexuals because they ruin everything. And just ruins, like, because we know how men that regard each other as familial, right? We understand how brothers act. You know, it's in different ways. But, like, there's a whole thing between brothers where you act fake gay as well. There's that whole thing. It's mostly because it's funny and blah, 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 the whole thing. But again, we have to ruin everything. We can't laugh about anything. You can't just have two dudes be bros because now everything has to be gay. Everything has to be gay now. They ruin absolutely everything. And the same thing with dudes just being shirtless. In most situations, a dude shouldn't be shirtless, but right? If a guy's like at a pool, makes sense. But it's like we have to make shirtless dudes gay now. Everything has to be gay. Everything's gay coded because these dirty, filthy homosexuals, they ruin everything.
When they play video games,
Weirdos! And by the way, women should be going to the pool completely topless if they look like an Aryan princess with an amazing BMI. What's up?
Play idealized versions of characters. There's a reason why Spider-Man is always...
We're still outcranking the homos. And also, we're outcranking against the feminists.
ripped and not fat. Video games, they want to play idealized versions of characters. There's a reason why Spider-Man is always ripped and not fat.
It's not idealized. It's just people who actually work out. It's people who actually take care of their bodies. Most people are fat and stupid and ugly, lazy. And they don't do anything about it. These are people who actually do something about themselves. It's just that simple. That's all it is. You can be jacked and ripped. You just need to give a freaking crap. That's all you need to do. Don't eat trash food and just work out. And then there you go. You're Spider-Man now. Except for the well, I mean, I personally identify as Spider-Man. Out cranking the homos every day. I see Emma Frost. My Spidey senses are tingling. And we crank at full volume.
There's a reason why Batman is a handsome billionaire with a square jaw. Because whether we want to admit
it's not for homosexual reason. Come on, stop. Just stop. Make it stop. Stop. Freaking stop. It's just a jacked dude. It's a cool dude. That's it. That's it. It's a man at his peak form. That's it. It's not homosexual. Stop. Ending me on, you dirty, filthy homosexual. Stop. Stop.
admit it or not, or try to alter our brain chemistry to fit some sort of agenda.
Oh, frick, Sue Storm's on screen now. Here, okay, here we go. Where do you think the homosexual's looking? Right here. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Mr. Fantastic can go very far. Ooh. You know where the chat and chiseled Aryan male's looking right now? What's up? What's freaking up, Emma? No, sorry. You're all the same to me. What's up, Sue? Emma thing? Whatever. You don't have a soul. You're a woman. You don't have a soul. I'm looking right here. I'm looking right here. I'm looking at this soulless husk of a being. I'm just looking right here. And then I'm looking right here. Just right here. And I just can't stop. I'm now stuck in a loop. Now it's a feedback loop. Now it's a figure eight. This is what we call a figure eight right here. This is what happens. Your eyes just get lost and it just goes in a cycle and it never stops. It just never stops. It just never stops. It just keeps going.
The reality is that the human brain understands what is healthy and what is objectively something you should seek to become like by just staring at it for a second. It's sort of like food, you know? Most people would say the most important thing about food is the taste, but what a lot of cooks and chefs will...
Nah, the nutrients is what matters most. Sure, the taste is nice and all, but then there's also texture, because by the way, here's a thought experiment. Why does the texture of food matter? Ask yourself right now, why does the texture of food matter? Just think about it. Why does the texture of food matter? For one, it does indicate the health of the food. That's for one. But also the texture matters because it indicates the ease of, well, or rather, I could put it like this instead, the edibility of food. That's what the texture is for. When a food has a weird texture, sometimes that leads to a food being hard to eat. It's inedible in some way. You know, it might be charred, it might be whatever. Also, and again, like good texture to food, if food is not texturized correctly, then eating through food can be very annoying, right? You have certain foods that are larger than other foods, and maybe they take longer to chew through. Like, let's just say you're eating like with a really tough chicken that's not tenderized, right? And you're eating it with spaghetti or whatever. Well, obviously, you can chew through the spaghetti faster and easier than the chicken, and that's a problem with the texture of the food. And also, you know, how wet the food is too also matters, because it's also the ease of swallowing the food and then all of that too. The texture matters because it just indicates the overall edibility of food. And the more edible food is, so the better the texture is, the easier it is to eat. And you think it doesn't matter until you're eating food that's annoying to eat. And then you get impatient. And you know, you might choke. If you're impatient eating food, and this is an actual thing, by the way, if you get impatient eating food, you could choke. This is why texture of food matters.
Actually tell you is that the presentation matters almost, if not more, than the flavor of the meal itself. Because
Wait. He said presentation?
cooks and chefs will...
I don't know. I mean, I'm looking right now. I'm doing a figure 8 right now on Sue Storm. I don't know what you mean presentation. All I'm looking at is the figure 8. This is amazing. Dear God. Perfect woman.
Actually tell you is that the presentation matters almost, if not more, than the flavor of the meal itself. Because as many chefs have already said, people tend to eat with their eyes first. If something doesn't look appetizing to them, there's a very good chance you're not...
Because your eyes indicate the texture of the food, which means edibility of the food. And obviously the texture of the food also indicates the flavor of the food. The nutrient profile, right? Food that's more fresh has a higher nutrient profile compared to food that has gone stale, it's gone old, it's rotten, right? I mean, that's why we eat with our eyes first, because this looks fresh. So it has the maximum caloric intake. Well, for however much that actually matters. But also no possibility right now of disease. I know I could probably eat this and not die or throw up, which is pretty important. So anyway, so this can be digested too, right? That's why we eat with our eyes, is so that we can see the overall health of the food and whether or not it has the maximum amount of nutrient intake.
not going to want to even try that food. No
So, AKA Emma Frost breasts. Nutrient intake, what's up?
It actually tastes. Because your brain has been conditioned by everything around you that you can, and you know you can. Stop lying. You know when something looks good, whether it's food or someone that you're attracted to. It's why when you see a super fit woman with all the cushion in the right space.
No, and that's why breasts.
It's why when you see a super fit woman with all the cushion in the right spaces, people stare because their brains know that what...
This is homosexual. What do we do? We have to literally argue this nowadays? Is that really what we're doing now? We're arguing about... We have to battle out the freaking homosexuals by being like, you see, the reason why people are attracted to attractive people, and specifically attractive women, let's just equate this with food, you see? And here's the thing about food. Stop it. No. They look good. I'm an alpha male. I'm telling you, sit down, you kennel hunter, you freaking cradle worshiper. Get the frick out of here. Your opinion doesn't matter. Go 41%. Shut the F up. And by the way, Sue Storm, sit on me.
they're looking at is ideally what their biochemistry is seeking. So when you see someone who is morbidly obese or can't get out of their bed because they're like 600 pounds, you know in your head, in your gut and all of that, that what you're witnessing is not healthy and is not something that you want to aspire to become yourself. The easiest way to prove my point is you should just ask a woman what she thinks of Lizzo when she was super fat.
Who gives a crap what anyone else thinks? Screw women, screw their freaking opinions, screw their freaking positions, and screw Lizzo. You're fat.
Probably say, oh, she's beautiful. Okay, then tell that same woman that they look like Lizzo when they were fat and see how fast their opinion and their mood changes. I hate to break it to many, and I know I'll get flack for this, but a lot of women tend to not say what they actually mean a lot of the time. And they are usually—
Dear God, man, he's just saying everything that actual men know. Yes, all the cucks are upset by this information. Oh my gosh. Oh my, women don't know what they want to eat. Oh my God. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, by the way. Oh my God, women don't think like men. Oh my gosh, that's not okay. That's misogynistic. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's the truth, you freaking homosexual.
more prone to accepting into a delusion than men are. This is why every woman, when you ask, will likely say that every other woman is beautiful in their own way. But then once you start comparing them to someone—
No, it's just cope. They're just coping. Again, these are losers and they're coping.
Slightly ugly or overweight in reality, they will suddenly switch their personalities on a dime, and we all know it, guys. Come on. Look, it is what it is, alright? It's the same way women are attracted to men with nice features and who also take care of themselves too. There's really no point in getting mad about it or being resentful towards it. Why do women only like the taller guys? Because their brain chemistry tells them that if a guy is tall and has muscles and takes care of himself and has a good job, etc.
But that's gay! But I was told that was gay! It's gay! It's so gay, it's homosexual, a man's attractive, it's gay.
Tells them that if a guy is tall and has muscles and takes care of himself and has a good job, etc., he's a provider and he can protect her. So obviously they're going to want that guy.
It's no, it's not because he's a provider and a protector. It's because he has the hot factor, that's it. It just means that dude has better genetic health, better genetic chemistry than the other dudes. And also he has a certain, well, a level of discipline, a level of preparedness, whatever, a diligence aspect to himself. There's a lot of qualifiers that comes with a dude being ripped, jacked, and chiseled. That's what it all comes with. He's disciplined, so that shows a bunch of character traits and features. It just shows that he's a higher worth male than other dudes. That's all it is. It means that he outcompetes the other guys. And also on top of that, he's just attractive. Just simply attractive. It's not because, oh, he's a provider and a protector. They don't care. Women do not care about that unless it's the bank account. And we already know that women do a lot of things to guys with bank accounts. No, it's just that the dude's hot. He doesn't have to have anything else going on. He's just hot. He gets the hormones going. That's it. By the way, Jessica Alba, call me. Call me now, you whore. Well, don't actually. Anyways, moving on. It's just a joke. But when you were single, call me. And if any of your daughters look like you, call me.
How would you ever get mad about these things?
Oh,
it's
man.
the same way men, in case you don't know, tend to be attracted to women who have hourglass-shaped bodies. Don't believe me? Okay, here's a study from 2023.
Don't believe you. Just tell these people, for everyone that doesn't believe me, 41%. Go do it. Go on Reddit. Look it up. It's everywhere there. And just do it. They'll educate you on how the 41%. Just do it. Just do it. 41%. Go do it. Do it now. Do it now. Love of God. 41%. Go do it now.
Well, science says this female body type is most attractive to men.
Which one? That's not attractive. That's disgusting. This is actually kind of attractive. Now, all we got to do is turn her into an Aryan. That's all we got to do. This chick, yeah, that's kind of attractive-ish. I mean, I don't know. I need more going on in the breast size. Let's just say that. All right, so we're going to have to go find a doctor for her. Yeah, this is largely attractive. I don't. Can I go look at Sue Storm again? This is not it. Just show me Sue Storm, please, or just any white woman with blonde hair. Just any of them. Just any. Well, the ones with breasts.
As the article eventually reveals, men prefer, as they say here, research shows that men prefer an hourglass figure. The article cites
Wow,
research from
really?
Santa Barbara, California.
Wow, we need a study. This not a real study. Come on, dude, stop. It's not a real study. It's not a real study. It's not a real study. You need a study for that? Really? Really?
says the reason why men are more attractive to hourglass figures is because evolution depends entirely on individual success in reproducing. And
oh, love of God. Yeah, because it's just hot. Because, yeah, it's just hot. It reveals muscular tone. It reveals muscular aptitude. That's it. It's all it comes. It's just a hot factor. It's all it is. It's all it is. It's just most attractive because it is the peak of fitness. It's all it is. It's all it is. Love of God.
Actions such as choosing a mate should be optimized by natural selection. They state later on in the article that an hourglass-shaped body for a woman is mostly tied to the fact that it alerts a man's brain because if she has that hourglass shape, it is very likely that woman has never been pregnant before, and also her body shape.
That is also true. By the way, my virgins, what's up? Call me. Jessica Alba's virginic daughters. Call me. If Jessica Alba's daughters look like her and they're virgins right now, please call me.
Would insinuate that she takes care of herself and she would be a good mate to, make a family. So this obviously then runs it back to that man's brain in the mere seconds of him seeing that woman and deciding whether he's attracted to her or not, and then his brain tells him, yo buddy, that lady there, yeah, she's what you want, because whether we want to admit it or not, our brains are poised for reproducing. So naturally, if you're selling your video game like Marvel Rivals 2, likely, let's be real.
Yeah, it all has to do with biological health and fitness. It's all it is. Biological health and fitness. It's just that simple. And it's all tied to certain things, right? The elasticity to a woman's breasts indicates, right, the health of the woman's, body overall, and also the history of her health. Because women that, used to be fat, they will not have tight breasts. It's just that simple. So, on average, like more than average, there's some women that could be the exception, but most of the time, when they used to be fat, they don't have tight breasts after that. So it resembles a history of health for the organism as well as current health and fitness of the organism. And also genetic health as well. That matters, right? The genealogy. So the health of your parents and your grandparents, that's being passed down. And then it also indicates lifestyle as well. And of course, the nutrient composition of your body, which can also be tied to genetics or your diet. So it just reveals, again, it's all about biological aptitude and fitness. It's all it's about. And it's tied to different factors. So a woman with thick, tight breasts, those, of course, are most desirable because, right, the most nutrient profile is available there. That's what it reveals, for one. And also the biological health of the woman and also the history of her health. She's been healthy for a long period of time, or she doesn't have really any unhealthy habits. A woman that gets obese, there's going to be a lot of traits and features that she's going to have. Even when she gets thin, she's going to have certain traits and features despite getting thin, because it reveals the history of her health. And that matters, obviously, for when you are reproducing.
A majority of male players who play your game
It shows the track record of the desirability and also the competency of the organism. Now, for men, it doesn't really matter, actually, in some part. I mean, obviously, dudes who get fat, they might still have moobs, stuff like that. That's still an issue. But, dudes are obviously different. And if a guy is a little bit overweight and then he really turns it around and he does stuff to transform himself, right? It's different with men because they can turn around the ship, but they do have to work harder than women. I mean, dudes, they have to get jacked or something like that. Women, they just have to exist. And then if they screw themselves over, that's their fault.
time. Not saying women don't play it, calm down, but the reality is that these developers...
Oh my, bro, what are we doing? What are we doing? Why do we have to constantly backtrack every single position we make? I'm not saying every woman. I'm not saying that. Stop. Okay, someone said this recently. I actually heard someone talk about this recently. They said something about how it's actually interesting because when you receive criticism, you do one of two things. You either retreat on your position and you try to make amends for it. It's like you try to say what you actually think and believe, but then you try to backtrack it and say, oh, well, not everybody, not every woman, not every man. Oh my, you know, you're trying to avoid someone scorning you, or you become more combative, right? Blah, 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 the whole thing. Anyways, there's a layer of social dynamics that happen when you speak your mind, and maybe you get pushback and it becomes this dialogue feedback loop. That can happen. It doesn't always happen that way, but you know, it can happen. It happens for a certain number of people, regardless of the fact. What he's doing here, though, is that he is fearing the biases, whether they're right or wrong, of other people, rather than just speaking what he knows to be true, what he knows to be most rational, rather than just speaking something that is sensible. Screw what the freaking retards have to think and say. Just screw them. Say what's on your mind. Say it to the utmost ability of the truth that you can ascertain in the moment, and do not backtrack it. There's no reason for this.
Know who they're
So again, like, there's no reason to be like, oh, you know, I'm not saying this, I'm not saying it. Just enough of the stipulations. Just say it. Just say it. You freaking whores, you're fat and you're ugly.
majority of male players who play your game all the time. Not saying women don't play it, calm down, but the reality
Women do not play Marvel Rivals. They don't play it. No, they don't play it.
is that these developers know who their target audience is, so they know, okay, men like hourglass-shaped figures, they like good body proportions, they like women who look like they take care of themselves and stay fit, and this now circles us all the way back to Emma Frost, who obviously, taking one look at her, every man watching this video absolutely would 100%.
Oh yeah, no, I am outcranking the freaking homosexuals right now. Right now.
Emma Frost was a real woman. Let's not kid ourselves, guys. This body type is ideal for a lot of men. You can be mad about
all men, except for Cox. Except for Cox. Every single man is like, I'm down bad, let's go to town. Pound town, let's go. Whore.
about it, rage against it, the point won't change no matter what you really do. It's the same way women are attracted to men with V-shaped body types where they're big up top and then it slims down towards their gonads and stripe.
Man, this is so silly, man.
They like men who have chiseled features. They like guys who take care of
Homosexual, by the way.
themselves. And of course, if a man makes good money, that just seals the deal for them. Because men want a woman they can provide for and be with and have a family with, and women want a man to lead them and be their protector. Anyone can cry about it, say it's unfair, but it is what it is.
No. Women, a dude being hot, jacked, and chiseled has nothing to do with being a protector or a provider. Has nothing to do with that. That is what, I'm gonna say it, love of God, finally. That's what freaking beta cucks think and say. Oh, women are attracted to the men who are really hot and attractive and chiseled because they give off all the signifiers and the indicators of being a great provider and protector. That's what beta men say, because beta men, they only can look at the world and look at themselves in life, and maybe they've been conditioned for this, whatever else. They can only look at it this way because they are beta. It's the only way they can think of. Alpha dudes understand it's not about this. They understand it's not about this. For the most part. I mean, some dudes, right, they're not, they're beta alphas, but, you know, that's a different thing. Anyways, no, for women, it has absolutely nothing to do. A dude being hot, jacked, and chiseled has absolutely nothing to do with being a provider protector. There's a thing called being attracted to a man and a thing being aroused by a man. These guys are arousing to women. What's attractive to a woman is also social status, which is typically tied with what? Money. But also, you're being co-signed by your peers, and there's people around you that are like, oh, that dude's the man, blah, blah, blah. Women are attracted to what? Status, which typically comes with money, or some kind of resources. If it's not money, it's resources. So you're the dude that owns all the freaking logs in the freaking town. You're the freaking lumberjack. Everyone goes to you for freaking trees. There you go. Well, that dude has a lot of status now. Everyone's like, that guy gets freaking trees chopped down. Those trees get chopped by this guy. Now he's much more attractive to women. Now, is he arousing? Well, if he's got a lumberjack's body, then he's both attractive now and arousing. But you know, there's dudes who are only attractive because they have status. And that typically means that they have money or resources, access to resources, whichever one. So then women are attracted to them, but they're not exactly aroused by them. And by the way, women, Again, men and women are not the same. And I'm not going to go into this whole thing, but men and women are not the same. So again, that guy is attractive to a woman, the guy that has all the logs and the lumber camp in the town. He's attractive, but he might not be arousing if he doesn't look attractive. And women have these distinctions between men who are attractive and the men that are arousing. A guy like Chris Evans, it doesn't matter if he's Captain America and he's great for the role, whatever. It doesn't matter. He's just arousing. He just looks attractive. He has the desirability features and traits that women are looking for in men. That's it. That's all it is. He is arousing. And then he might also be attractive because of the fact that he's Captain America. He makes a lot of money as an actor, that whole thing. So he has social status. There you go. He's both of those things. And he's also a dirty, filthy homosexual, but that's another point. Anyways, moving on. You know, Robert Downey Jr., he's another guy that is largely arousing. And also women, they have certain types of dudes they're into. Obviously, there's a lot of women who are down bad for Robert Downey Jr., and I get it. He's a guy that's, he's not jacked and chiseled, but he's great at charisma. I have to give that to Robert Downey Jr. One of the best things, he's a stupid, dumb freaking liberal, but he is amazing with charisma. He's like a charisma machine. I don't know how he did it, but he did it, okay? But he's a decent looking guy, and he has tons of social status as the guy that he is. So obviously women, they are both aroused by him and attracted to him. And there's that. And for slightly different reasons. Largely women will be aroused by, in some element, by Robert Downey Jr. I would say to some portion his charisma. At least I would say that. Unless maybe I don't know. I would say his charisma, yeah. I would say. He's one of those guys that can get by charisma. I don't know if there's any stipulations on that. I don't think there are. So anyways. But you know, most guys don't have Robert Downey Jr. charisma. Most guys choose to not work out like Chris Evans or Chris Hemsworth. So anyways.
You either got to evolve or die is what I say, because you can't change basic biology no matter
Wait, what?
For them. Because men want a woman they can provide for and be with and have a family with, and women want a man to lead them and be their protector. Anyone can cry about it, say it's unfair, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, that's largely true, but in some part, it really just comes down to, I mean, dudes just want a hot piece of tail to bang and be with, and they want that chick to maintain her sexual attractiveness, and then they just want to have a family with that woman as well, for the sake of their legacy and all that. So, yeah, that's what men want, overwhelmingly. They want a hot chick to bang, or multiple chicks. And this is a thing that's been throughout history, but outside of that, regardless, they just want hot chicks to bang, one or many, and then they want to have progeny, and then they want to largely have some way to sustain that lifestyle, whatever that looks like. Well, and I would say most men want to, and they need something. They need to have a war that they're fighting for, or some kind of something that they're fighting for. They need to have something that they're working towards. Men cannot live just, you have dudes who sit around and they're like, all I want to do is just sit around and eat Doritos. And no, that drives men crazy. It drives them depressed. Men are built to do things. Yeah, you might like to play video games here and there, but like you need to achieve something with your existence. No man is actually happy with his life when he's not achieving anything. It's just that simple. So men need a hot piece of tail, either multiple or one, to be banging. They need progeny, and they also need some kind of existential function that is ultimately of utility to someone outside of themselves. So, and that ultimately means they need to have some kind of profession, whatever that happens to be, some kind of labor, some kind of work that they have achievements through. Because men, right, they're competitive. Unlike women, by the way, sexual differences. Men need to compete in some way. And that's why a lot of men nowadays, like dudes who say all they need to do is just play video games. Okay, again, that's false. But like you fool yourself that you just need to sit around all day playing video games because you just think that your measure of competition is sufficient by playing video games. It's not. It never will be. But obviously men do love video games, unlike women. Why? Because it's competitive. Because you are measuring yourself against other men and you are trying to climb a competition ladder. That's why it matters. And women, by the way, they only care about competitive gaming for just a social aspect of people recognizing them if they were to be at the top of the ladder, which women are not good at anything. So anyways, moving on. Really, it's just so that they can get... Women only do competitive gaming. Almost no woman does this, but the only women that do is so that they can get into proximity of a guy that is a high performer in gaming. And it's because she cannot get a high performer anywhere else in life. So they choose to try and find a high performer in a video game. That's why women care. That's the only reason why. It is to end up in the proximity of high performing males. That's the only reason women care about these things, right? There's a bunch of chicks, you know, like golf girls, there's tennis girls. They don't care about these things. They don't care. They just want to be in proximity to men. That's it. You know, to the men that are high performers in those things, those different regions, sports or whatever. That's all they care about.
You either got to evolve or die is what I say, because you can't change basic biology no matter what people try to do these days.
41% yourself, you freaking, Redditors.
So when I see someone crying about Emma Frost, all it really tells me is that these are deeply unserious people who have in the past tried to circumvent their own brain chemistries to come to these conclusions themselves.
Yes.
While also deliberately...
They are propagandists, without a doubt.
Ignoring millions of years of biochemistries that are definitely circling in their heads. Look, your parents got together because your dad found your mom hot. Your mom either found your dad hot, or he had a big enough wallet that his looks suddenly didn't matter so much to her.
No, a guy having a big wallet, it only matters in environments where women are largely... I mean, no, it matters... You know, feminism is a liberal phenomenon, and it has changed the social programming of feminism has changed the way that women think and how they engage with men nowadays. It has done that. However, overwhelmingly, again, a guy's wallet is not arousing to a woman. In more traditional times, a woman can gaslight herself largely to find a guy with his wallet arousing. It's just the survival factor. It's the immediacy of, I need to, procure a relationship with a guy that has resources, which also in some way indicates some level of social status greater than the other men. That can be arousing, but nowadays in an abundant environment, we don't have that immediacy anymore. So now women do not find the wallet arousing. They can't gaslight themselves anymore about it. So now it's just a guy that's jacked and chiseled, hot. That's what they find attractive.
Tell me I'm wrong, but we all know it's true. And now for some reason, you won the race to the end.
I'm sorry, that's what they find arousing.
And here you are now watching this video where I'm somehow turning this into a biology lesson, when this is all really about Emma Frost of the X-Men from the popular hero shooter Marvel Rivals somehow. Look, the point is that I think trying to fight back against what players want these days, especially male ones, is just a losing battle. I think we can all admit. Because the industry already tried this genderless approach where men and women became starkly similar in every single way within games. Look at Concord, if anybody remembers that one. It died in like 2 weeks after launch.
It doesn't matter. Nothing exists to a liberal outside of their political ideology. It doesn't matter that Concord failed. It doesn't matter that Flint Spoken failed. It doesn't matter that South of Midnight failed. It doesn't matter that Dragon Age Veilguard failed. It doesn't matter that Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League failed. It doesn't matter that any of these woke games, properties, and characters fail. All these black characters, all these unattractive characters that fail, does not matter to the left. Because their idea of reality, their idea of a world that everyone should live in, and the only idea they have of history is civil rights and feminist. What was it called? The sexual revolution? That is all that exists to them, is their ideology. It doesn't matter if they've ever been disproven wrong, time and time and time and time again. Like with that whole thing with Russiagate, the whole thing with Brett Kavanaugh. All these freaking lies and all these pony shows that the left believes in and they parade around. It all exists in perpetuity for the left. And they will never wake up from it because they are ideological zealots, and that's all they are.
Sony has effectively erased
It doesn't matter that this is what men want, is what they believe that men should not want. It doesn't matter what women want. Well, it does actually for the sake of feminism. But for the gays, it doesn't matter exactly what women want. Although, no, what gays want is also the same thing that women want. So I guess it does matter. But there's a dichotomy with that. because they don't like it when men are masculine and conventional, but then they're equally attracted to conventional, traditional men. Yeah. So again, leftists are incredibly retarded.
Game from the history of their company already as if it never happened. And you can go look at the female characters in Concord and compare them to Emma Frost specifically. And you know what? Go on the street if you want. Print out some pictures and ask people who do they find more attractive, Amari from Concord or Emma Frost in Marvel.
Oh man, I mean, come on, man. And there's tons of characters like this in other games, like Predecessors, for instance. And they've been trying to turn that ship ever since they rebooted the game, but the base game didn't have attractive women. Well, no, it did, but anyways, that's a whole other thing. Anyways, yeah, you don't need to ask anybody any of this. There's a reason why Playboy existed, and now Playboy today, nobody knows, nobody cares, nobody knows or cares who the Playboy models are today because they're all black and they're not attractive. That's why.
Rivals. And I guarantee you the only people who will find Amari more attractive are either people who look exactly like Amari or people who keep lying to themselves. It's the same way you could go up to a bunch of women and put a picture of Da from Concord and then put Shamar Moore besides him and ask women, so who do you like more? Is it Da or Shamar Moore? What about Da and Chris Hemsworth? Maybe Da or Idris Elba? And I guarantee you, nobody is picking Da. We all know it. You know it. There's no point in denying it. So the fact that Emma Frost is looking like a snack with double D's that are plump and thighs that jiggle just enough to get a male's neuron activations activating, it's all by design, fellas. Look, we saw how the industry tried to push a bunch of
yes. Yeah.
non-gender forming nonsense at the players for years. My channel covers like every game that tried that pretty much, so just go look it up if you don't believe me. None of it worked. And yet every game that is a breakout success or sells
Golly, I hate this freaking pandering to blacks. Oh my gosh.
and makes more billions amounts of moolah
Nobody wants these disgusting looking people in games.
are either two things usually. They're either full of attractive idealized character designs or they're games that don't push slop ideology into your face.
No, Pal World is woke. Whatever.
And some games even do a little bit of both, like Baldur's Gate 3. Thankfully, it also hides stuff that you don't want to see and respects your choices as long as you pick those choices. But what's the real big reason why Baldur's Gate 3 is still so popular? Sure, it is the
It's not popular.
But we also know it's
nobody cares.
Characters like
There's no character that people remember from the game. Nobody remembers the characters. Nobody cares. Everybody remembers the gay vampire because, well, it's just freaking gay. And there's other things about that, but anyways.
Hard to lay Zelastarian and more. And gee, I wonder why. Oh right, because they're all objectively good-looking character designs that cater to specific crowds of people.
Stop it. The biggest psyop in history was Baldur's Gate 3. No one cares about it. Just stop.
You got Shadowheart for the goth girl and joy.
And nobody finished the game. And no one... This is a feminist biatch in the game. She is mean to your character. She is mean to men. She is a feminist and she has no breast size. She is a crappy, unattractive female. No, stop it. No. Baldur's Gate 3 is woke and it sucks. This freaking, the biggest psyop in history is this game. Well, gaming history. It's one of the biggest psyop. No, it is the biggest psyop. Yeah, it is. It got Game of the Year. It's a psyop.
For people who like women who want to kill them, like myself, or Astarian, who's pretty much the quintessential twink for all the they-themers out there too. So this whole, and I'll call it this fabricated controversy around Emma Frost just keeps exposing these people for the same old tired reasons. These are people fighting something they can't ever hope of defeating, because to convince people that Emma Frost is too sexy, and that you should somehow feel bad for it will do nothing. Instead, fans will just respond like this, and look, this guy who made this thread keeps doubling down further. He then posts skins of Namor, Black Panther, Sue, and Emma, and says this, and can we stop this dumb comparison acting like these are similar? Both of these men have no cheeks out on display, so please be silent. Bro, these are the same kind
this
of
guy needs to just go 41%.
Like, look at these men. Black Panther
freaking clown. Just tell him no. Just tell him no. Just tell him no. We do not need to sexualize men. Stop it. Stop it, you dirty, filthy homosexual.
More revealing than this. The next stage would only just be T'Challa.
These people just need to be told to go shut up. That's all they need. Just tell them to shut up. You're wrong, shut up. That's it. That's the end of the conversation. The freaking freaks.
Own Black Panther hanging between his legs, if you catch my drift, and comparing Sue or
Stop entertaining the conversation.
Is the same thing too. Namor's nips are out in full display. His stomach and back are fully exposed. And
whatever.
You can see his abs and everything. Bro isn't even wearing shoes. And what Sue and Emma are objectively swimsuits, pretty much. Which, when you compare it to Namor or T'Challa, they're also basically in swimsuits themselves. This is the exact same thing. Stop.
It's a dude in freaking tights. He's in a freaking Speedo. It's not gay. Stop making these things gay. It's just a dude of a god. Rick, man. homosexual nonsense.
To have no problem that T'Challa is just running around in a freaking loincloth, dude. Come on, these are the same things. You're grasping at straws. Someone else commented on the second post and said this, but these are characters known for this exact style. Namor being almost naked is also weird to you? Then Nathan, bless his heart, would reply, bro is wearing a pair of shorts and you consider that on the same level to any of these women? Come on, dude, I just hate the imbalance. This
The internet was a mistake. Just gonna freaking say it. The internet was a mistake. You know the best thing that the developers can do right here? Just ignore it. Just ignore it. Just release your game. Do all this stuff, but just ignore the freaking retards. Just ignore them. The woman's too sexy. You need to sexualize men. Just ignore it. Ignore it. Enough. Ignore all of it. Ignore it. These people need to be put in a freaking corner where they belong and just never speak again.
Shella user would respond back, so it's not the over-sexualization that bothers you, it's the fact that it's mostly women with these outfits. She's right, by the way, but oh god, here comes Nathan again. It's the over-sexualization of specifically women.
This guy is a freaking fed. Every time he talks, it's the same thing. You're just repeating in a loop. So it's this. Oh, so it's that. Oh, so you're just being illegitimate here, there, yes, he's a leftist. That's how they work. They're always illegitimate. Well, no, it's just the over-sexualization. It's the over-sexual. It's the same thing. He's just going to keep on saying the same thing. Over-sexualization, just shut up. Holy, you cannot debate with a leftist.
Common sense and says, it's how Emma Frost dresses. There's no over-sexualization. It's canon to Emma's character.
No. Oh, it's how the character dresses. No, the character is not real. Now, there are real-life women who, by the way, call me. What's up? How's it going? Anyways. But no, she's a fictional character. No, it's how the artist dressed her. No, it's how men want women to dress.
And it's exactly this. Plus,
specifically for themselves, right? You don't want her to be a whore for everybody else.
Every character is as revealing as Emma, but you're using Emma as your hill to die on is kind of crazy to me. Because there's plenty of skins in-game from Dagger, Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, and more, all of whom don't reveal much of anything and are complete.
Bro, I'm going to say this one more time. I've said this before. If this is really where we believe that the peak of civilization is, where we have to debate about straight women being appealing to straight men, if we have to debate about things like this instead of talking about real topics and issues, if this is seriously what we're concerned with, this is the sign of a crumbling society. This is where civilization has become a joke. You do not live in the real world if you care about this freaking crap. This is a freaking horse and pony show. That's all this is. You're wasting your time. Go study astrophysics. Do something with your freaking existence. You care about this to this level where you're sitting on Twitter with some freaking, X, with some freaking retard that he can't handle the fact that a woman's attractive and that men want to look at attractive women. He can't handle that. And now we have to debate for the freaking retard in the freaking peanut gallery.
Completely fully clothed.
Just let him 41%, bro. Just let him do it. His existence is literally a net negative on society.
Yet despite
you engaging with him makes you share part of that net negative.
All of this, nobody points out that the Hulk, for example, has his gamma goobers out for everybody to see every time he hulks out. Also, how does he regain his clothes when he turns back into Banner, by the way? Who cares? It's video games, I guess. Look, the point here is that trying to fight against humanity's basic biology traits was never really going to work. Trying to shame people for wanting more attractive characters in a video game is like telling people they can't breathe air or walk with their legs anymore. It's impossible, and we're just going to get nowhere with this sort of rhetoric. But the fact that Emma Frost's thunder thighs has led to articles like this one from PC Gamer is just crazy. Thick thighs save lives. Marvel Rivals players are desperate for Emma Frost to crush them between her thunderous gams when Season 2 goes live. The article actually brings up a solid point that needs to be discussed, which is that Rivals now has 3 white blonde women in the game with default skins where they all wear white and blue. And yeah, it's already hard enough to tell who is who on the battlefield.
I don't care. Who cares? We need more Aryan princesses. Just print. Just print blonde women. Just keep printing them. Who cares? I mean, yeah, they all look effectively the same, and people complain about that. They look the same in the sense that, do I know whom of these characters are who? No, not exactly. It's kind of tough to tell which character you're fighting, but who gives a crap? It just prints. Just keep printing blonde women.
As one user says, unless she is in her diamond form the entire match, I really don't need a third slim, thick, blonde white woman running around the...
See, the argument is not the fact that you can't tell which character's which. The Redditor here is upset that it's a third, slim, thick, blonde, white woman. They don't like that she's slim, thick, blonde, white. If only it was a black, rotund, highly diverse, piercings everywhere black woman. They don't say this unless it's attractive white women. Again, there is no problem. Stop giving these people juice. Ignore their freaking existence. They're meaningless. I mean, are we seriously going to go back to making games woke again? Are we going to seriously do this? Are we going to say, because this is what this does. We need Gamergate again. Oh, we need the feminists to invade these companies again. Oh, we need woke this, woke that. That's what this is for. Screw you. Oh my gosh, bro. Stop it. This is what we want. Stop. These people, again, the internet was a mistake. Because these freaking retards that have nothing better to do all day than to complain about things that everyone wants. Yes, everyone wants a slim, thick, blonde, white woman. We do not want to see black chicks. Yeah, we're not attracted to that. End of the story. We want to see,
Now confusing the hell out of
whatever.
me which one she is. They continue. Does this one jump away and turn invisible? Does this one drop a healing orb and can blind me? Oh, sorry. Nope. This one turns into a mineral deposit and is absolutely unkillable. Look.
So we need to make them all diverse so that you can tell which one's which, right? Stop complaining. At the end of the day, they all have different skins. And you need to be able to tell which character's which. Yeah, certain characters might look similar. Okay. Whatever.
Of line, but they're right. They do need to stop with this white and blue color scheme specifically for the slim, thick, blonde bombshells in this game, mostly because, as this user said, it's going to get confusing. Being able to identify who and what a character is...
Nah, white and blue is great for the Aryan race.
It's not exactly good when two healers in a tank all look the same from a far distance.
Okay, listen. No, you know what? Fine. I will disagree for once in my existence here. All right, fine. I take it back. Black, white, and red. There you go. Let's do black, white, and red for the Aryan beautiful blonde women. Let's just do it.
So I understand the complaint. Personally,
and yes, put them in the SS officer outfits.
I would have preferred Emma to have her black outfit as her basic skin, just so that she was much easier to pick out of the crowd. But it's obvious that NetEase didn't want to do that because they know that skin is going to sell enough for somebody to buy a yacht on their team, so I get it, even if it is a little annoying. However, apparently they are remedying this somewhat because new skins are having recolors available. I don't know if they're just like available with the base skin or you have to unlock them, no idea yet. But this does mean that Emma's base set, from what I understand...
Who gives a crap, man? These people, they're just complaining to complain. They don't care. They don't care. Dude, if it was a bunch of gay characters that all look the same and they all had the same color scheme, some people would say, oh, they have the same color scheme. But these clowns, these freaking homosexual freaking leftists, they don't care. They care that it's a slim, thick, blonde, white woman. That's why they define it that way.
Can now be
it's about
as you
politics.
can see on screen here. So this issue should be remedied. I would assume, of course, you'll still have people saying stuff like this. Marvel Rivals Emma Frost designs is poop from the butt. We could have had it all, but they gave us goon slop.
Okay, enough of these of course, it's a retarded woman saying this. Yeah, we should have gotten an outfit, something like this. I mean, not as covered up, but yes, we should have gotten an outfit that was more like Emma Frost and hair more like Emma Frost. It's fine what we got in the end. People complain. Man, these people need to do something else with their existence. Like, love of God, you people need to actually get busy with your life. Get freaking busy. You're complaining about this because they're complaining about fake stuff. Wait. Again, you're complaining that she's attractive for men. That's the point of this post. It's not so that Emma Frost looks more like herself from the comics, which is really hot and attractive, by the way. That's not the argument. It's the fact that she's being made as desirable as possible for men today. That's the complaint.
Tell me you don't know anything about Emma Frost without telling me. Look, after this video, that one guy will definitely not unblock me, which is fine, because after this video airs, I think I justified that block. But to be real with you guys, I think trying to fight against the sexification of female characters in video games going forward is just a losing battle. Ultimately, I think Emma Frost looks great, and her
it's retarded.
Seems dope as hell. I look forward to playing as her myself, and if NetEase wants to really goon out, give Emma Frost a sexy librarian or teacher look instead.
Oh, love of God, no, put her in a maid outfit with cleavage, and then I'm down bad. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man. Oh man. I forget the way I put it before. But let's just say there's going to be a Geno on cider in the bedroom. Out cranking the homosexuals. I'm going to reawaken the Geneva Convention. Oh man. Oh man.
You will make bajillions in return. Anyway, what do you think about all this? Let me know. Subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
Yeah, that's the joke though. It's the Geneva Convention. Anyways, okay guys. Yeah, this is retarded. This is one of those videos that I got carried away with. Honestly, I spoke a little bit longer than I planned. I don't know what the length is on this video, but my guess at the moment is 2 hours and maybe a little bit more. So I didn't mean to go this long. I always do this. I try to make these reaction videos shorter because I go for too long, but then I just get carried away and then here we are. So, you know, now I can't record another video after this. I spent too much time with this one. So I guess we'll record something else later. Unfortunate, but anyways, that's the end of it there. I guess I need to excuse me as I go, for the sake of science, I go out crank the liberal retard homosexuals.